Hello, my name is Gabriel Harros and I'd like to welcome you to Greening by the Metre. Here's an amazing statistic. Did you know that the soil can capture and store almost 3 times more greenhouse gas emissions than exist in the atmosphere? And here's another amazing statistic for you. Did you know that if Australia was to apply just 2% of its total landmass, we could capture enough greenhouse gas emissions in the soil to make Australia carbon neutral forever? Australia is the ideal continent for a soil carbon solution. About 70% of our landscape is dry and gets less than 350 or 400 millimetres of rainfall a year. So this is an obvious solution. This kind of soil carbon can offset many millions of tonnes of greenhouse gas emissions and remediate and improve thousands of square kilometres of Australia's degraded farmland. Using soils this way restores the natural capital of marginal underperforming land, improves farm productivity, increases land values, and in doing so creates a raft of permanent new jobs and consequential economic, environmental and social benefits and rewards from the land. The species we use can be harvested and processed not only to improve livestock grazing and fodder, but to create feed pellets and organic and gluten and allergen-free flour to address global food security and provide nutrient-rich antioxidants for the wellness and medical industries. The species we use not only overcome salinity and drought, but have the capability to revive ecosystems and quick and effective recovery from bushfire and flash floods. We have a project that's doing this. It's called Bunyuru. And this project will create between 75 and 100 new jobs that will benefit the Chilkaba Aboriginal community living at Skidesco, which is a small settlement about 130 kilometres west of Ceduna on the edge of South Australia's Nullarbor Plain. The word Bunyuru means saltbush in the Chilkaba dialect, and this is a species of halophyte, which is one of many that we use to overcome drought, salinity, and other hostile climatic conditions to ensure that plants can grow in desert and marginal land, and in doing so can overcome climate change. The project is tended and harvested by community members, heading towards a carbon neutral world by the year 2050. But it doesn't stop there. The species we've selected will continue to grow until at least the end of the century, continuing to capture and draw down carbon into the soil for storage, generating more carbon credits, basically for the next 80 years. All of the processing at the Chilkaba community is powered by using dispatchable and renewable green energy generated by biomass from the crops and by solar and wind power. The Bunyuru project also addresses 2 of the most important United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, known as SDGs. Specifically, they are SDG number 13, requiring action on climate change, and SDG number 15, for a better life on the land. The outcome also catalyses support for almost all of the other SDGs, especially those that relate to poverty, food security, health and well-being, and gender inequality and sustainable communities. So come and join us, get involved, become part of the solution and not the problem. Help us address climate change using soil carbon in a way that helps us green the earth.